Good afternoon and welcome to the 2026 Meet Your Future Demystifying Careers in Digital and Technology webinar. This specific webinar has been put together for parents and carers. And for those of you that I've not seen before, so I'm Jake, I'm part of the Education Work and Skills Directorate here at Greater Manchester Combined Authority. And you might be aware that Meet Your Future was started in 2019 by Andy Burnham. He's the Mayor of Greater Manchester, and it's to give parents and carers and young people like yourselves the chance to meet real employees and explore different career pathways and to understand where we can start getting more support for our young people. So the digital and technology sector is one of our key sector gateways within Greater Manchester, and it's got what we call an MBAC gateway. Just some key facts for you. So we know that in Greater Manchester, there's around 67,528 people that work across the sector. An average salary of £44,232, although this will likely be lower for young people starting out in training or part-time work. And Greater Manchester is home to a £5 billion tech scene with the biggest AI workforce outside of London and the South East. That means that there's plenty of jobs and roles available within Greater Manchester, lots of organisations and lots of fantastic and cool people working across the industry itself. In today's session, you're going to be hearing from a variety of employees from the Northwest Tech Talent Consortium. They've joined us this afternoon to support you as parents and carers of Greater Manchester to demystify the plethora of careers in the digital and technology sector, and to look at the potential pathways for your young people and what routes they may take. They've got an aspiration of working as a collaborative group, and it's to all we're essentially doing is feeding back into the skills and education system and working with this group of employees to support their ambitions. As an introduction today, so just a quick meet the team slide. We've got Danielle Ramsbottom, CEO at Cloud Solutions. We've got Sash Hamrati, Early Careers Manager at ITV. We've got Amy Slater, Training and Competence Intern at Siemens. We've got Chloe Beechan, Cloud Solutions Architect at Microsoft. And we've got Tom B, who's a Project Manager at BAE Systems. I really hope that this session this afternoon supports you and helps you feel more confident about having those conversations with your young people, and it's to give them that clear line of sight to their futures within Greater Manchester. Quick bit of housekeeping for us. So we have got a question and answer box today. Should you have any questions and answers, any questions for our panelists today, please make sure that you pop them in there, and we'll make sure we distribute the questions out afterwards as well. One other final piece of housekeeping for me as well. If you do like captions and subtitles, or you prefer them when you're engaging with our session today, click on the audio and transcribe settings and you can enable them. So for our first sort of question to get started with today, I'm going to come to Danielle at Cloudco Solutions. And Danielle, I was just hoping to see if you can give us some more insight into what kind of roles exist beyond coding within Greater Manchester.
Absolutely, and thank you everyone for joining us this evening. There is definitely a preconception about what a career in tech actually is and what that looks like, and who can be in tech and who can't. And that's what we want to break down really today as a consortium. So when I first joined the tech sector, probably 25 years ago now, there was definitely a perception that tech was just coding and programming. But we're in a slightly different role to some of the other organisations here today, in that we have quite a lot of visibility over the whole of the tech sector, because we are a recruitment firm specialising in tech. So we see what kinds of roles companies all over Europe look for. And like Jake said, we're really privileged actually to be in the Greater Manchester area, because we are now the second biggest tech hub outside of London. So the sorts of roles that our customers ask us to find for them, there's actually not as many coding and development roles as you would think. We look for website designers. We look for those individuals who make using websites user-friendly, so user experience specialists. You might be in data, and everyone knows that AI is becoming, a huge area for us all in every role that we do. And so we've got a lot of customers asking us to find them AI engineers and AI specialists. We look for cybersecurity. I'm actually right now in a building in Manchester, which is a cybersecurity hub. full of startups and scale-ups, all specialising in cyber, all in the heart of Manchester. You might want to get into technology sales, and looking at the salaries that some of the tech salespeople that we see get, it's double what you mentioned earlier, Jake. You know, you're looking at digital marketing, product management, technical support. There's an absolute plethora of different careers that exist beyond coding.
Amazing. Thank you, Danielle. Danielle, I'm not sure if you've broken up, if you're handing over to me.
Handing over to you.
Amazing. Thank you, Danielle. Apologies, slight lag on my side. I think, and I think that's fantastic information, you know, for our parents and carers to have a quick with them today. I think just talking about the broader sector of digital and technology as well. These are all independent businesses that need the HR, the legal, the finance, the building management, project management type support roles. Working within the sector doesn't necessarily mean you have to go into these technological facing roles, but what support roles exist behind the scenes as well. Moving on, we're going to come over to Chloe at Microsoft. So, Chloe, we've spoken a little about some of the jobs that are available across the sector within Greater Manchester. I want to talk to you more about the skills. So, what skills matter the most today? So, we're looking at technical skills or soft skills. Over to you, Chloe. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Jake. I think in tech, there's both skills, both technical and soft skills are super important. Obviously, if you're wanting to be some of the roles that are a lot more technical, like Danielle mentioned, in the sort of programming, the architecture, that sort of side, a development in tech and knowledge and sort of how programming works and those sort of things is important, but it's not at all the main driving factor. And if anything, soft skills at a push could be even more important. You know, I was hired with an understanding that I didn't have knowledge in cloud, I didn't have knowledge in security coming straight out of university, but I was eager to learn and I was passionate about the subject. And companies understand that people who are early in careers aren't going to know every coding language that exists, every, you know, thing about every technical aspect, even if you are in one of the technical roles. And it's about building those skills that, you know, problem solving, analytical thinking, or logical sort of understanding of how you'd break down a problem, how you'd apply that in real world sort of circumstances, that's important. And on the soft skills side, also some basics such as, you know, time management, or, you know, communication in teams, you know, being able to present, that are built early on, distinguishes, you know, candidates applying for roles massively compared to people that only have a technical sort of background. And that's something also that's very important, I think.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Chloe. I completely agree with you as well. So the clear definition between technical skills and them soft skills as well. Tom, we've spoken around the sort of skills within the sector, but I think a lot of our parents and carers would like to know how fast the sector's actually grown in Greater Manchester, and what the future of digital and technology careers look like. Tom, I'm going to come to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jay. Yeah, so I'd say the tech sector has grown massively, and supply is struggling to keep up in some areas. For us at BAE, we've gone from about 5 people to around 150 people in Manchester over the last 4 to 5 years. All of those individuals would fall under the tech bracket per se, and we're still actively recruiting, whether it's apprenticeships, grads, or people just looking for career changes, as are our competitors as well, which is good to see. On top of growth, we are seeing like the private sector and public sector expand massively into the northwest. The civil service is due to open a new campus on the old Central Retail Park. I think it's going to house around 7,000 people, and it's kind of been branded like the digital campus, looking to move a lot of people out of London and into Manchester, which is really good to see. And companies like Bruntwood, for example, building new office blocks to house like various tech companies across Manchester at an unprecedented rate. Demand is being driven not necessarily by trends, but more just national and industrial needs. Stuff like cybersecurity, digital transformation, automation, like they might all seem like buzzwords, but in reality, they are roles that need filling for companies across Manchester and wider as well. For the job opportunities themselves, they are really varied. They allow you to change your specializations and play to your strengths, which is good to see. They're accessible as well, so whether it's for someone that doesn't have a degree, maybe they need extra time in an exam, and the roles are also